Hello everyone. Tonight we're revealing the secret legacy of cursed artifacts. As we peer into history's shadows, we uncover tales of royal ruin, betrayals, and bloodlines entangled with objects so haunting they may twist even the fates of kings and queens. These aren't just relics of the past, they're chilling reminders of the darkness that can lurk in the most revered symbols of power. So get ready to step into the realm of the unknown and explore the chilling impact of cursed artifacts on those who dared to possess them. Part 1: The Crown of St. Stephen. A phantom plague, a broken legacy. The crown of St. Stephen is more than a jewel-encrusted relic. It's a living nightmare. Since its emergence in the 11th century, this Hungarian crown has been linked to a string of misfortunes, each more haunting than the last. Crafted with a simple band of gold and precious gems, it was blessed by Pope Sylvester in 1083, marking the coronation of St. Stephen I as the first king of Hungary. Soon, though, cracks began to show in the crown's seemingly blessed narrative. The early saints had their own struggles. Stephen himself fought for recognition, enduring excommunication and civil wars before ascending to the throne. And his successor Ladislas II, well, he didn't fare much better. The crown seemed to cast a shadow over his reign, which was marked by multiple civil conflicts and a loss of territory. Then there's Andrew III, who suffered imprisonment at the hands of King Otto II, leading to his demise in 1301. This was followed by a succession crisis, a stark contrast to the crown's supposed promise of a smooth transfer of power. Fast forward to Matthias Corvinus, a soldier king whose campaigns abroad saw him win territories and accolades. But upon his return, he faced opposition from the powerful Archbishop of Esztergom. Despite being victorious in battles, Matthias couldn't shake off the feeling of impending doom that seemed to follow him like a specter. His son, John, didn't inherit his father's martial spirit, leading to further complications and losses. Later, Louis XIII had to contend with Ottoman incursions, a testament to the crumbling defenses of the kingdom, casting doubt on the crown's protective promises. Then came Mary Theresa, a queen more remembered for her resilience in the face of adversity than for successful reigns. Her story is a testament to survival rather than prosperity, yet another layer in the complex narrative of the crown's legacy. The current king, Andrew I, resides in exile after losing 3/4 of his country to World War I. He's the living embodiment of the crown's tragic tale, making him all the more determined to reclaim his birthright. Could the crown of St. Stephen be more than just a collection of precious metals and stones? Is there a malevolent force at play? Each king's ordeal adds a new chapter to the haunting narrative, suggesting that the answers might lie not in faith, but in the shadows of the past. Part 2: The Hope Diamond. Born from a curse, doomed to spread despair, the Hope Diamond isn't just a jewel. It's a vessel of anguish. Its journey from a sacred Indian idol to the French crown jewels is paved with suffering, mirroring the tragedy it seems determined to spread. Originally a part of an ancient statue of the Hindu goddess Kali, the diamond was stolen in the mid-1600s, initiating its descent into infamy. French royals, including Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, adorned themselves with the gem, a choice that proved to be a fatal one. The storm of the French Revolution swept away the monarchy, ending with the couple meeting their demise on the guillotine. But the diamond's grim legacy didn't end there. Ownership of the Hope Diamond passed to the notorious thief-taker Simon Phillips, a man whose wealth and social status were a stark contrast to the squalid conditions in which he grew up. His fortune was short-lived. Phillips faced financial ruin, spending his final days in prison, a grim echo of the fate that awaited many associated with the cursed stone. After changing hands several times, the Hope Diamond found its way to Henry Philip Hope, a banker whose name the jewel now bears. But his association with the diamond brought ruin to his family. In 1839, he suffered bankruptcy and his son, Lord Francis Hope, met a tragic end, falling to his death in suspicious circumstances. Evelyn Walsh McLean purchased the diamond in 1911, hoping it would bring her good luck, but she too became entangled in the jewel's web of misery. Her husband, Harry, lost his fortune during the stock market crash of 1929. She found solace in the diamond until tragedy struck again. Her son died in an automobile accident, a loss that shook her to the core. Despite its beauty, the Hope Diamond remains imprisoned in a glass case at the Smithsonian Institution. Even there, its presence is felt. Several people have fallen ill around the diamond, lending credence to its ominous reputation. Part 3: The Orlov Sceptre. This isn't just a scepter. It's a legacy of betrayal, a tale of a dynasty consumed by misfortune. Catherine the Great of Russia wielded this scepter to secure her throne, but did it also seal the fate of her lineage? The Orlov Diamond, as it's known, has a murky origin, allegedly stolen from the Mughal Empire in India, but it was Russian jeweler and gem merchant Erich Orlov who catapulted it into infamy. Commissioned by Empress Elizabeth, Peter III's wife, the scepter was created with a 344-carat emerald-cut diamond as its centerpiece, a stone believed to carry a curse. The stone's journey from India to Russia was fraught with tragedy, mirroring the destiny it seemed to hold for those connected to it. After Catherine's rise to power, the scepter became a symbol of her authority, but as her grip tightened, so did the shadow of the Orlov Diamond's curse. Her son, Paul I, ascended to the throne in 1796, only to face years of strife. His reign was marred by failed military campaigns and simmering revolts, a stark contrast to his mother's glory. The Romanov heir apparent, Alexander, was assassinated, leaving Paul vulnerable and paranoid. Catherine's dream of a Romanov dynasty continued with her grandson, Nicholas I, but his reign was far from the golden era promised by the scepter. He led Russia into multiple costly wars, including the disastrous Crimean War, and his policies of oppression sowed the seeds of discontent that would later erupt into revolution. Alexander II succeeded his brother, Nicholas, with the hope of ushering in a new era. However, the specter of the Orlov Diamond loomed large. His reforms, while progressive, were resisted by conservative elements, culminating in an assassination attempt that left him gravely wounded. Nicholas II, the last of the Romanov line, inherited a kingdom on the brink. His reign, marked by growing social unrest and political turmoil, eventually led to the abdication of the throne and the execution of him and his family during the Bolshevik Revolution. The Orlov Sceptre, a relic of a bygone era, is now held in the Kremlin Museum, a silent witness to a dynasty's fall. Part 4. The Koh-i-Noor. More than a diamond, it's a curse. From ancient India to the British Crown, the Koh-i-Noor's journey is paved with the blood and suffering of its many conquerors. Once the pride of the Mughal Empire, this diamond became a prize coveted by kings and empires, a testament to the ruthlessness that defined its early history. In the 14th century, it was an integral part of the Mughal peacock throne, symbolizing the zenith of the empire's power and splendor. But as the saying goes, what goes up must come down. The Koh-i-Noor changed hands numerous times, each transition marked by conquest and bloodshed. Nader Shah, an Iranian monarch, seized it in 1739, only to be slain in battle against Afghans a few years later. Emir Shah Durran, founder of the Afghan Empire, claimed the diamond next, but his empire crumbled after his death, succumbing to internal strife. The Sikh kingdom of Punjab emerged as the next custodian of the Koh-i-Noor, but their reign was short-lived. British forces invaded and captured the diamond, adding it to the spoils of their conquest. Queen Victoria was the first British monarch to wear the Koh-i-Noor, setting a precedent that would shape its legacy. But the diamond's influence extended beyond mere adornment. There was a strict decree only queens could wear it. Why? Perhaps it was seen as a way to appease the restless spirit of the stone, or perhaps it was a superstitious attempt to avoid the terrible fate that befell many of its male owners. Today, it remains locked away in the Tower of London, a prisoner of history, its brilliance dulled by the layers of myth and tragedy that surround it. Part 5. The Mirror of Madness. Beware the reflection staring back, for, in its depths lies not the future, but death. The French court was a breeding ground for intrigue, and in the heart of this drama stood a mysterious obsidian mirror, said to have been crafted from the shards of the sunken city of Atlantis. It wasn't just a mere vanity for Queen Catherine de' Medici, it was a window into the abyss. Legends say whoever gazed into its depths was confronted with a ghastly sight, a vision of their imminent demise. Whispers circulated that Catherine used the mirror to spy on her enemies, a chilling reminder of their impending doom. Yet the true extent of the mirror's influence remained shrouded in secrecy. The nobility who frequented the court were wary of its power, some even convinced that the mirror possessed a malevolent entity that thrived on human despair. As the years passed, the mirror's mystique only grew, taking on a life of its own in the annals of French history. Those who looked into its depths were said to be driven to madness, haunted by visions that tore at their sanity. Was it just paranoia, a figment of overactive imaginations, or was there something sinister lurking within the mirror's obsidian depths? The truth remains elusive, adding to the chilling legacy of the Mirror of Madness. Legacy throughout history, cursed artifacts turned royal palaces into prisons of fear, where crowns became traps. Jewels brought ruin and mirrors whispered madness. Whether truly cursed or cursed by belief, one truth remains. Where these relics appeared, blood and tragedy followed. As we peer into the abyss of the past, we uncover tales of betrayal, ruin, and bloodlines entangled with cursed artifacts. Each artifact carries a haunting legacy, shaping the destinies of kings and queens. So tell us, do you believe in cursed artifacts? Explore more with our series Unholy Histories, where we unearth the secrets they tried to erase.